fancy making it.
Nope. Probably gonna go through all this work. This freaking transmission's gonna strip out. Look, guys. Can't see what I'm doing here. Can't see that.
Ernie,
Look at this cheap.
lay down.
Somebody sent this in for something else. I didn't use it, but. Thanks, dude. It's a little bit better than the stock 88 turn. It's a 66 turn. And try that. I think it'll still fit. With all the clearances, I'm not sure. I'm gonna take all this apart. I'm also not sure if I'm gonna have to swap the tranny housing for aluminum if these threads don't hold tight. Man, you guys like doing these? Are all your rigs brushed? No. I did a post on it not too long ago. I think I have 50-50 split. I think I have one or two more brushed than brushless. But I just wanted to do brushed for this because it's something different. I don't know if it's gonna clear the link, though. Don't get caught. Had one in the sandwich. Purple turkey. Yeah, I'm gonna try and just do it the original way. Just like upgrade the parts piece by piece. Keep it as factory for as long as possible. Of course, my natural instinct is just go all out. Just make it a line slayer, but I have hello from Canada. Hello. Spirit howdy from WV. West Virginia. Hello from Montana. My idea with this deadbolt is to like, to kind of inspire anybody who's just starting with like off-the-shelf parts that aren't super complicated or hard to get. That's my goal with this build. I saw that, yeah, I saw the new ESC from Mia. It's very appealing. I think that's what once I get to that point, I'll probably end up going with that. I do actually have an external BC. I've never used one. And I think I'm gonna put in this. But I think it's more than what this servo can handle. This is just a 2.6 kilogram. Yeah. So I think its max is 6 volt, which is almost as stock as it gets. 6.4 volts is a little better. It's just a higher speed output. West Virginia, the traveling crawler man. I'm working on the deadbolt, sleeper bolt. Took out the stock motor. I'm gonna try and put in this one. 66 turn. Just keep everything beginner applicable. I remember when I first started, I was like so leery on brushless, and I was like asking people a bunch of questions. I was like, what's the difference? It's kind of what this reminds me of. You like get a brand new SCX 24, and then you're like, oh, you go hog wild on all the brass and all the flex blades and stuff. So I'm following those footsteps, but like very more refined, and apply what I've learned over the years. See if it helps. I don't know if it's going to be advantageous or not. But I just want one rig that's simple, you know, you don't worry about like it breaking in terms of like expenses, of course, but so it's been a while. This one didn't come with a pinion pushed on, but I got strong fingers. Get in one of those motors. Yeah, I have no idea. Nothing. I honestly, I took this motor mount plate off this motor. Can you guys see? Little guy racing part. Reaper. They're identical motors. I just feel like, and something's going on here, so I'm gonna have to pull it all back off. I just totally lost the pinion. Oh, it's in the bag. Those pinions can be a pain sometimes. The plastic ones are pretty simple. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna push on there. Small end. You just kind of don't want to push on all the way at first. You just want to, yeah, there's no way you're gonna be able to see that. You just kind of want to go past the splines. Even just. So that's about as far. It's about as far in as I went. Why did you move to Montana? We didn't move here. We're just here for till tomorrow. We're attending a wedding. I'm not sure if this is gonna hit the link or not. There might be some. Can you guys see the rig here? Hello. I'm finally almost completed my deadbolt. I just need to order the brushless motor. It's currently has a little over $200 in budget parts. Is that like with the price of the RTR? Like base camp is $100, so you're 180 into it over factory price. Where would I be? So this was 100 base camp. Trenchers are probably cheap. Now I just paid $20 for these wheels. 100, 200. I'm about 240 into this one. Maybe. All right, let's get this motor on here and hope that it works. try this. 0.5. Look for the 0.5 screws. Oh, let's see. There's one. Let's probably put these back in there. Yeah, Montana's pretty sweet. It's raining right now. There's a llama farm right over there across the river. They don't care that it's raining. Alright. Njora 66 turn. Motor upgrade 050 versus the factory 60 or 88 turn 030. Is that what it is? Doesn't say. 88 turn. So the gamble with these are, it's really hard to adjust the mesh once you get the spur gear on. So I think usually center it. Rule of thumb. If you can. Brushed is fun. In a way, it's funner than brushless, just because it's a little harder and more unpredictable. See, so that's almost perfect mesh. I'll show you here. And the spur gears on these transmissions, I follow the same guideline as like if you do off-road recovery and you have a shackle, you go all the way tight and then loosen quarter turn. Should never fail you. Canadian dollar is messed up. It's pretty much 75 cents plus double. Yeah. What's your best go-to setup for you? Chassis, links, motor, etc. What up, shift clip? Click. I don't know. I don't think I have a best one. That's why I've been experimenting. This one is on the Nerd RC Gizmo. I think I have 5 Northwest chassis works. I have a few Height RC. That's literally it. I have an Njora and this one. So I'm not that versed in chassis, to be honest, but I will say my most like highlighted performing rigs are all on Athos. But they have all the nice, I mean, it'd be hard to spend that much money on a rig and it not be good. So kind of just goes without saying. But that's my idea with this. I want to see how good I can make a rig with not spending a whole lot of money or like investing in a lot of like nice fancy parts. That's my idea with this build. Alright, my power wagon. Yeah, chalk and bring back a light power wagon with my first 60. Yeah, so the nice thing about that is if you don't want it to be a long wheelbase, you can just use everything else and then just get different links. That's what I do with this. This is a base camp. And then I just got the RC Nerd. Links. What's so funny? Oh, are you watching?
Can you see my fingers?
Yeah. Weirdo. But but I don't know what the best performing chassis could be these days. There's so many. There's just so many popping up. And a lot of them look good. Promising, you know. But at the same time, a lot of them need like custom links. So it's that aspect of everything is going against what I want this series of build to be. All of my, like, mostly all my rigs are all custom link parts, ESC, brushless. So I'm just trying to do something a little different. Hi, lady behind Mr. Mini. You were spotted. Subject driver, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I have a good example of that. Oh, that feels really tight. Oh, that's too tight. So the very first comp I went to ever, the guy that won was a guy that had borrowed somebody else's rig. So it wasn't even his own rig, and it couldn't, it may have been far less than what his rigs were, but he still won. So I think it does have a lot more to do with driver awareness and skill than, yeah, that's way too tight. Then like parts, you know, I think they all have a lot to do with each other, but yeah, frick. So now that thing's too tight, it needs to come out. It's a little better. Best tire. Like best tires. Wait, what? Tires are a whole another thing. I definitely am sticking to what has always worked with tires. And that, damn it. It's anything pit bull and maybe 30% of RC four-wheel drives, tiny tires. Not all of them are good. Don't believe what people say. Some of them are good, some of them are not good. And the reason I know that is because I think I've tried every single tire that they have produced. Literally every tire they have produced. I was obsessed with going to hobby shops and finding like the oldest set of RC four-wheel drive tires, and you could tell when you'd get them. And the plastic would be all yellowed and nasty. Like it was probably sitting in there back in the day when they were smoking in hobby shop. You know what I mean? You're looking for that old stuff. But they're not all good. They're not all good. Very few of the licensed tires are actually good. I think that they spent too much money on mold than compound because they're licensed scale. But some of them actually are really good. Sleepers. Some frictions. Friction, like friction, not friction. Took me a long time to realize that's how they pronounce it. Friction, like tires have friction. Proline actually has some pretty good compounds. Not all of them. A lot of them. I feel like that's too damn tight. Oh, it's not touching though. That's good. We're good. Heck yeah, have fun at work. Yo, first live, sucks you gotta go into work. Oh, dang it. It's alright. You can rewatch it. Just kidding. It's so stupid. I don't think I've ever rewatched a live video. It just takes away from the experience. So I have my doubts that this is gonna clear what I needed to clear, and I might have to end up pitching the side of the drive or the tranny off the skid plate so I don't hit. And there's no way I can actually test this either because my remote is in the big case. And it's in the truck. Friday. What do you guys got going on today? For tonight. We're going to a wedding. In the rain. Now I'm questioning whether I should even use this ramp crab servo. Does anybody know the Newton square inch per whatever for the stock? Torque. 2.6 kilograms per centimeter. 4.8 to 6 volts. Does anybody know how to tell what BEC? Driving a dump truck in Washington State, watching your life. Careful now. How's it going on over there? We're gonna be in Washington soon.
What's going on there?
I don't know. Somebody's watching while they're driving a dump truck in Washington State. I think we might contact here, I'm not sure. Alright. This could be a disaster. Homies. Maybe I'll just put it in there first. Yeah. The damn diode in here is, or resistor rather. Shoot, guys, this thing might be too big. So, the last one, damn it. In the last video when I swapped the tires on this, I could immediately tell how much more sluggish it was. So, it'll be interesting to see. So my idea with this size motor, was to like not give it any, like not too much more power than factory motor, but to make it feel factory with the bigger tires, if that makes sense. Yeah, we're contacting that. Bent it the wrong way. Watch it snap now. Oh man, it's like tighter than a frog's hair. You're running under, this is, well, that was not applicable to what I was referring to. I do remember that though. You're running under overdrive, nothing yet. That's in the work. I do have, I'm gonna, obviously, all my trucks are overdrive by 33%. Except this one. But I just want to see. It definitely needs overdrive and it needs better steering. But as per last video, I said I was going to upgrade the motor and servo first, so I have to stick with that. I'm really struggling here. No, trust me, my first instinct was just like dump all of the parts. All the notable parts in here. There's a little bug right there, dying. So one of my worries is with taking the stock transmission out too many times is that it's prone to strip. And then if you strip out the tranny mount, the motor mount, transmission mount, you start compromising structure. That's why I really like, is that even catching? I really like transmission skids that have that kickstand mount, you know, like the stock ones do. The third one, that one's broke. But it's like right in there on the outside. I think it's super groovy when I see skid plates that have that in there. All right, so that's super tight. Super duper tight. It looks so factory though. It's not factory, but simple. Oh no. I think it happened. One stripped out. It's so frustrating. Every time. Shoot. Maybe I need a longer one. What up, dude? Can you get super smooth with brushed? Yeah, you can, but it's gonna be smooth brushed. It won't be anywhere comparable to smooth brushless, but yes. I have Cliff is brushed on VTech. Burke is brushed on VTech. Bob is brushed on VTech. And Cosmo. Yeah. All very smooth, but brushed is you're gonna be pretty hiccupy, regardless of what ESC you use or whatever. But it's a vibe. It's full on vibe. Much harder. Much harder. Yeah, if you really want to like level up your 24th scale awareness and driver skill, yeah, build a brushed one. It doesn't even have to be like super cheap. You can go all out, get a brushed ESC. Dang it. I don't know. And it's a completely different vibe. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's harder. Less predictable. See, I feel purchase on that mount there now. Oh yeah, I think we're good. Unless that was the same one. Oh, they don't even hit. Oh yeah. Huh, that's sick. What up, dude? Oh, you already said that. Not too bad. Been waiting for a live to watch all week. Helps the workday. Hell yeah. Feel that. I asked Yep if he wanted to do a live together, and he said he wasn't feeling lively today. Which is fine. I don't think he ever will. I just want to note that right now. A lot of people talk big. I'm just kidding. No, he does this all day, every day. I totally get it. Do not blame him at all. It was a lot of effort just to get all this set up here right now today. Okay. You know what I need? I need a binding plug. I should have got the remote out. I'm really curious now. I do have steering links, knuckles. And a servo. What shirt? Yeah. I do have this one. I had a Mofo Black Label. But I don't think I want to use that. Should we do the servo? What up, Benny? I don't think this factory servo mount is gonna hold this thing. Yeah, it's bigger. Duh. So I need a servo mount. I didn't buy the kit. But I have a bunch of stuff that like I'd want to use on it, like not that, but here's the knuckles. I don't know though. I really want to keep this thing super light, but have the bias right in the sweet spot. And I think that's going to take a little bit of work. I think once I add, well, so I upgrade the motor and it's a little bit bigger, so it's going to be a little bit more off front bias. I can add the servo, which will probably bring it back to exactly how it was. Then I still need to get low front weight. We do have this. I mean, it's aluminum. It's free though, and it's better than stock, so I'll probably use that. I'm gonna use these once I upgrade to the shocks. These are the actual big bores instead of the friction dampening. There's the oil dampening shocks. I'm looking for a servo mount though. Oh, by the way, if you guys have any parts you don't want, save them for me. I got a servo mount here somewhere. Oh yeah, here's my NSDRC servo that when I got the new pinion, it wasn't the same one. I need to get a hold of them about that. I remember I forgot I was upset about that. Annoyed. Annoyed and upset. I guess I don't have a servo mount. Which is rear link. shoot. Oh, there's one. I don't think these are tapped. So here's some 12 and 2. Gotta save those for those guys for the deadbolt. Huh. Shoot, guys. This is redonkulous. Oh, here's another one. And it's green. Let's try that one. I don't have a bench, guys. Alright, first I'm going to see if these are even threaded. Okay. I wonder if I should take that off. Take the front links off. How many of you guys like are able to like be mid building and then be like, I'll pick it back up tomorrow? Or heading into a pit. Okay. I hope you come out on the other side. Or are you guys like me and you're like, I cannot do anything else until I know that's completely done? I'm just gonna try and take all of this off as one unit. I hope this works. Oh, Mr. Trey. What's up, duder? Just talking about you. I got the motor in. Doing the servo now. Just taking it off with everything. Around this front frame bumper. That's the other neat thing about this chassis is because it's a C1, has a little bumper. For if you need a winch, you know? Okay, I think I got it off. Yep. One fell swoop. All stock. You usually can't. Is this the day's rig to crawl? No, I'm not. There's no crawling today. I don't think there's going to be any crawling here in Montana. I usually don't stop working until I run out of parts or just can't stay awake anymore. Yeah. Working on the minis puts a strain on the eyes. It sure does. You get like a microscope light. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Okay. So I'm gonna put the green one on. Just because it has threads on it. I'm probably gonna need to put this thing back on. The drive shaft in. Ooh, we're in. There we go. It's not gonna matter though, because I still have to put this on. Dang it. I feel like there was something wrong with this mount. It was triggered than I thought it was gonna be. It's just tight, guys. Oh, there we go. Didn't you guys get that flub drip thingy? What's the plan for this thing? Working on the mains. The plan is to keep it as simple as possible. So it's a resource for somebody in the future to look on to what they need to do to make a stock SCX 20, oh my goodness, perform at its highest level with easily obtainable parts and DIY hacks. Why is that not going in there? Or like simple things that like people overlook, like running like an external BEC with an upgraded servo, but keeping everything factory instead of like just getting a new ESC with an internal BEC or whatever. I'm basically doing stuff I just kind of never did. Not like a thought out, simple, capable C1 build. So I don't know when I'm gonna do the next phase 2, but I just want to have this stuff done. I won't test it until the next video, but I just want to have it done. Mainly because I have nothing to do here right now. And tail of the tape, need those watch hours, guys. I'll go box my order, Mr. Saskia. Oh. Okay, so I got the drive shaft in loosely. I'm gonna try and get this link back. Everything changed, like everything, the tolerances are way tighter now, obviously. An aftermarket servo tray. Is that touching? Oh shoot, did I do that? I just did that, didn't I? Yep. What I really want to do to keep this super light and have that weight bias is swap out for an aluminum front axle and not do a lot of brass. Oh, I know. I was like, I'm still excited when I look at it. It has like 1,000 views or something. Super cool. I forgot what I was saying, guys. Also, I have a question for you guys. I was watching some, I instinctively want to add caster to this front axle and pitch it back. But I feel like I shouldn't do that here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go against everything I instinctively want to do. Are you still watching?
You're right here.
I know. Well, I don't know why you're watching in the first place. It was confusing to me.
I'm not watching. I'm watching. Why would I be watching your live when you're right in front of me?
I don't know. There's stranger things have happened. Oh, the other thing I'm really excited about is to use a plastic servo horn. I've never used a plastic servo horn before. Okay, I'm gonna get the servo in there first. I like Ramp Crab thinks about stupid little things. What up, dude? The two you may be responsible for so many lines being done. It's just silly. That's okay. That's cool. That's weird. Huh? Okay. This thing is a lifesaver. Here you go, this thing, look at it. As I like drop them all out. This thing is like perfect for me now. Like I'm just so happy about this. It's super cheap too. It was like $5, $4.50 off CalRC, and I only have like, I don't know, 7/16 of the. That's a horrible ratio to use. I bet I have a little bit more than half of these compartments filled. Anyway, where I was getting at was Ramp Crab. Come on. Does anybody else struggle like and make sure they have matching screws sometimes? I only do it sometimes. Anyway, Ramp Crab. Thought about this silly little feature here. You guys seen these aluminum like backing plates for servo ears? Have you ever had a servo ear crack? Come on. So it looks like it still clears everything, so that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna get this little spacer, and it goes on the outside of the servo horn, kind of like it's sandwiching it in there, so it doesn't crack the plastic ear. I was very impressed when I discovered that they did that. I know, I mean, NSDRC uses, yeah, well, they use them too. But those little washers they send, same concept to just disperse the force of the screw purchase, you know? All right. You guys can't see us. It's diddly squat. Okay. Servo horn. You guys want to see what I'm looking at? Oh, this is the stupidest tripod ever. So watching somebody else frustrate. Well, you're in the right spot for that. Okay. I'm just getting a little lost here. So I need to add some ball ends to this steering link. I'm gonna throw this good old plastic, yes. Plastic syrup, what? What is that? Forgot to put in this other there. 50 minutes. 50 minutes times, if I go an hour, it's probably 10 people. 10 hours, 10 watch hours maybe, hopefully. Oh man. So it's gonna be a long road, this YouTube thing, guys. They almost make it like, unless you go viral or like really pop off, very hard to get to where you need to be. Which I don't blame them. I'd probably make it hard too. If it was even easy, everybody would do it, right? So now, since I upgraded the servo, I don't need the servo extension. Where in Montana? Outside of Missoula, I think. I'm really digging how like fancy these curly wires are right here. Gotta pull this one back in. Yeah, we're just at an RV spot, guys. This isn't super fancy. Motel. We're in a motel. Lindsay's been like doing laundry for the last like 36 hours.
Oh yeah, your laundry.
Back and forth.
Shoot.
They're like, don't use the coin operated ones. That's what the kitchen cleans their towels with.
How do I know which stuff you don't want dried?
It's basically going to be all the shirts and all the underwear. You don't want to dry wool, guys. Don't put wool in the dryer. Or alpaca. Man, I had a better twist on that freaking wire before.
About your laundry.
Well, hopefully it's still in there. We get some drifter vagabond with a 1973 Toyota Dolphin pillaging all the laundry rooms, taking everybody's clothes, going back down by the river. Billings. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is my. I think I've been only through Montana. I've never stayed here prior, like we are now. Thoughts on the Nerd RC setup? I like it, dude. I mean, you have to consider one thing with this chassis, as it was designed specifically for one thing originally, and that is a C1 on deadbolt. That's why these sliders are like perfectly the width they are, length rather. I really like it. I mean, so far so good, you know. It's all so I probably should have elucidated this prior, but it's all meant to fit like a stock thing. So say you're new into the hobby and you're like, man, I really want to get into a competition and you don't know where to start. This is the way to start. Go to Nerd RC, get a gizmo, and the links. I think the links are really what make this exciting, because it's the titanium rear, double bend, outer rear uppers, and then the brass. I like it because it's just so rudimentary. You know, it's just simple, effective, and like purposeful. Like that's really low. I mean, not the lowest, but it is a good low weight. You know, the brass there. I was actually really impressed with how it performed stock before I changed the tires. I almost like want to go back to that. But at the same time, I just want to make it that good with better components, I guess. But you should build yours, dude. Yeah, you can get different sliders. He sent me what does he call them? Non-believers. Non-believer sliders, but they're just tiny, same thing. And it's hard to really kind of wrap your head around the concept behind it. But if you've been to a comp before, you're not line slaying. It's not all vertical line slaying. It's like a plethora of different obstacles and such. And the only reason that really clicked with me, the purpose of his slider isn't the clearance of links to get over things. It's to prevent getting like jammed up, because I've been jammed up at comps before, specifically like in between the tire and where it would technically be the frame if the slider wasn't there. But so C1 comps, or just comps in general, it's more of a fast-paced time thing as well as skill and like drivability. But instead of like slowly trying to like peak up, what you're doing at comps is you're trying to kind of gun it a little bit, and these sliders actually accommodate successfully doing that. But yeah, for an everyday like line slayer, no, I don't want boat sliders that big either. But everything was accounted for? All articles of clothing?
Yes. I don't know what we're gonna do with all this.
Yeah. Do we have hangers? I have hangers in my suitcase, actually. I think, yeah, did you... Yeah, exactly. For its main purpose. But I'm not saying that, like, you could put these on anything and it would do any good. It wouldn't do any good. Yeah, that's why I'm not like super concerned about making this brushless or like super modulated on the throttle, because it's kind of supposed to be burpy and glitchy and like unpredictable in a sense. And I think that's the design behind the slider, is just kind of to give you a little bit more of an edge. I don't know. That's from what I gather. But I like it so far. Their other chassis, the Gremlin, I think it's for a C2, and it has, the sliders are not the same. And actually, they be designed the way you'd expect a slider to be for a performance competition rig. But I like it. My biggest thing was I liked that the links were an option with the chassis. Designed for the chassis. They weren't that expensive. You don't have to assemble them. Well, you have to put the ball joints and stuff in, which I need to do right now. The minis calling them mountains these days. You guys are literally taking. Oh yeah, dude. I honestly like. I think it might be more of a curse than a blessing, but like I cannot just. I'm much more picky where I want to spend my time crawling. Even my girlfriend will be like, "Oh, there's rocks right there." And it's just a boulder, a smooth round boulder. She doesn't understand what I'm looking for. But yeah, it's got to be really like hard. There's got to be like a good 2 by 2 foot line that takes you 45 minutes to like nail. Retracted. She doesn't get it. And she admitted that. She's like, I don't think I'll ever understand what you're looking for in rocks.
I know you're not looking for smooth rocks, but there's definitely rocks with grooves and lines in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, don't act like I'm retarded.
Well, you can't say that word these days, but I am not.
I wonder where I could hang this.
At any rate, we are hardline. We are hardline connoisseurs. Okay, I need to get some. What about the shower pod?
I'm about to shower.
Oh. Ball ends. Oh, here. These will work. Okay. I need to get this together. Bye, Trey. get the steering link on, and then we'll probably call it a day. 60 minutes, 23 seconds. Should help. Should help, guys. I don't know. I don't dislike this process of assembling ball ends, but I definitely don't like twisting on links and stuff. I feel the pain for link makers. It's gotta be hard on the fingers. I also just realized I don't have more screws for the links. And also, that needs to go on the back side. Call later out. I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know if I can put on the very lowest one. I've never. All right, Benny, have a good one. I've never felt so organized with this little hardware holder. So I'm gonna try my hardest, like literally my hardest, not to do anything else to this thing till the next video, which I don't think is gonna be that hard. I don't foresee having a lot of spare time the next few days. This is gonna be funny looking. Okay. Let's see. It's not threaded. To the upgrades, dang, it had to update card. What? Oh. What upgrades put in today? We did the 66 turn motor upgrade, a slight upgrade from the 88 turn stock. Not trying to go crazy right off the bat. And then this servo and steering link. Nothing crazy. Ramp crab, 2.6 kilogram servo. Some random links I had. Oh, I need this screw. Random steering link rather. Probably Jora something. I feel like I'm gonna need a tiny nut for that. And then that'll be it. Had the Sasquatch here talk smack and did not have correct card in. Oh. I don't want to get college pants down, brother. Okay. Well, I guess it is kind of. There's a little bit of plastic purchase. I probably should throw on a tiny nut though, just in case, huh? I'm gonna do that. Ramp crab's good. I have a ramp crab, the same ramp crab actually, and I have it in Burke. And I do believe it's at 6.4 volts. But it's very fast. It hasn't pooped out yet. Also, if you guys know what this means, because I don't technically know what they're asking to do. I know how to adjust servo endpoints by adjusting the horn. But you think that, oh, you can I flip it? Oh, how's the mirror? How do you do mirror? Damn it, that's not mirror. Shoot, I don't know. I want to do mirror. Anyway, all it says is make sure to adjust endpoints of the servo. Longer servo life of servo. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to do a tiny nut on the servo horn. I gotta start getting cleaned up, guys. I gotta get into a suit. It's not actually a suit. But I will wear tie tonight. But the Mias ordered. Had the Mias ordered here talks about deny the correct carbon. Okay. This is my technique for tiny nuts. God dang it. There's 9. See, sometimes I grab it not shallow enough and then it bottoms out on the damn screw. It's ultra annoying when you're doing it to lengths and then you bottom out. So weird. Should just spin in there. There we go. Okay, guys, got it. I'm watching while wrenching here in Australia. Love it. I too. New guy thinks that just so you're not smashing against steering stops and burning yourself. Oh, yes. Wrench in Australia. Man. Jesus, that sticks out so far. This bumper is kind of getting in the way right here. And I don't want to put it on too, like, set. Because I am probably going to have to.
Is that contact anywhere? No.
Wow. So I don't usually go on the 4th hole. Maybe I should go up one more. What do you guys think? Should I go up one more? No? Probably get way better throw having it lower, huh? So let's see. That's as far as it goes. That. Uh-oh. Just came off. Dang it. Okay, note to self. It's going to be easier to take the bumper off. I mean, the margin is so tight in here. Run it lower, okay. Yeah, so, oh, I gotta take that thing out. The idea here is, oh, should I be able to spin it? Yes. Is I don't really think that it's, maybe I should spin that little thing too. I don't think it's going to be that much better, honestly. I think we're fooling ourselves when we throw all these mods in and we don't really do anything to the factory ESC. But that is going to be the very possible last thing I ever do to this one. But I feel like it should operate as a fully stock rig now, since I added a little bit more weight with the links on the chassis and the bigger tires and heavier wheels. I upgraded the motor and servo accordingly, not to make it like super great and powerful, but just to hold that stock feeling, you know, in performance, but upgraded it a little bit accordingly. So I gotta get this servo in here. Okay, servo's in. Oh, it's pretty tidy actually. For as is. Nothing crazy, guys, right? Wow, I think that's it. Is it gonna rub on anything? Wow. Holy shit. Huh.
Did it do that before?
I think I gotta adjust my drive shaft phase or something, but look at this. Maybe I can move it over. Uh-oh, I don't know what to do now. Let's see. Huh. Oh, the link does move a little. Okay. So I was looking at the drive shaft here, and the link is like, it touches it. But the link isn't, I mean, it does move. I'm gonna try and loosen the transmission and motor and pivot it on the skid. Oh, that's not gonna work. Shoot. Nope. That's not good. Interesting. The link doesn't hit the motor though. I thought it was gonna hit the motor originally. It is what it is, I guess, guys. I don't think I have much room. I am really happy that I was able to get the purchase on the stock. Yeah, it definitely hits the fucking drive shaft. Yeah, I'll have to run and see. Oh, it does hit the motor.
Can you guys see that at all?
But it hits the motor at full compression, almost like it's a bump stop. It still is unfortunate. Right. Huh. T-shirt change time, then thumb the snot out of that sucker, you mini link bending machine. Rubbin's crawling. It is, yeah. No, for sure. I have a lot of rubbing on a lot of my rigs. Oh shoot, that goes right over the switch. Dang it. Yeah, I'm still subject to the factory switch. Whoa, whoa, that was so weird. It held energy in there. There's no battery, but I flipped the switch on and it lit up. Self-tolerance is a thing. Tolerancing. I mean, there's no tolerances here at all. The other thing I'm noticing is that these links, let me get that back on actually. Actually contact the ESC tray a little bit, but at the same time, it's just like acts as a limiting bump stop kind of. Oh, shoot, it's really hard to get in there. So maybe it'll work harmoniously together. I am gonna shoot, I can't tell where's what. I'm just trying to put in like a third screw into this rear mag mount so it doesn't move on pivot. It's like a set screw kind of. Yeah, so I think I can come up with the rear shocks. I'll come up, sorry.
Last night I was going nuts figuring out Patrick's RCA.
bet that's a fun project to do. I feel like, oh yeah, this wire, the headlights. Oh yeah, that's way better. What? I did mess up a little bit when I cut the body. There's a gap on that side. There's no gap on that side. Alright guys, it's probably, man, look how cool that is. Plastic servo horn. Uh-oh. Came off again. I should probably get that. I'm gonna put this in there just so it doesn't come out again. All right, homie. I think that's gonna end this for today. Otherwise, I'll just keep going ham, buck ham. I do have knuckles to do next time. Probably a third video. I'm just gonna throw this stuff in here right now. All right, homies. It's funny, I was like watching this other YouTuber, and he was saying, he's like, you don't want to refer to the camera as guys or homies or multiple people because you're only talking to one person. I thought that was interesting. I'm not sure. How would you guys feel about that if I just kind of addressed it as like, what's up, bro? Homie. Amigo. You're alright being plural? Alright. Yeah, I don't know what his bases were or anything. We are collective. Alright. I mean, I don't know, because I'm already used to saying guys, gang, everybody. Because I feel like I'm talking to everybody, not just one person. But I think my like frame of thinking was I am individually talking to each person as they're watching the video by themselves. I don't know. Alright guys, I'm gonna let's see. We're in Idaho tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video up at my yurt. And we'll test and weigh the deadbolt as is now. And we'll take like the side by side and go up to like the fire tower. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? That's fun, huh? I think so. Alright guys, appreciate you for all hanging out. Let's go to the moon. I'm just kidding. See ya.